Helmut Marko just dropped a bombshell that could change everything for Red Bull Racing. Could Max Verstappen really be leaving the team after years of success? Fans everywhere are shocked and wondering what's next for the world champion driver. This news is sending waves through the F1 world, and we've got all the details. The upcoming United States Grand Prix is very important for Red Bull Racing. Even though Max Verstappen is leading the championship, the team from Austria needs to be fully prepared with a strong upgrade package to support him in securing his fourth world title. Currently, Max Verstappen is enjoying some time off. He shared his feelings about the next F1 weekend, saying he's not really excited about the upcoming race. This raises questions about the team's performance and future. Can Red Bull Racing improve their form? Will Verstappen be motivated to stay with the team in the coming years? In a recent livestream with his sim racing team, Squad Redline, Verstappen spoke about the US Grand Prix at the Circuit of the Americas. When asked if he was excited about the race in Austin, he simply said he wasn't looking forward to it. This comment highlights the current struggles within the team, leaving fans wondering if Red Bull Racing can turn things around for the rest of the season. Verstappen, when asked about the upcoming US Grand Prix, said he's honestly not excited yet. He explained, "It always happens that when I get there, I get excited, but not yet. Right now I'm excited to play EAFC." While the Dutchman is currently enjoying some downtime, it's clear that he understands the importance of the upcoming race. Leading Lando Norris by 52 points in the championship, Verstappen knows that Red Bull Racing must improve if they want to stay ahead, especially after Norris won the Singapore Grand Prix by more than 20 seconds. Although Verstappen is leading the championship, he has voiced concerns about Red Bull's performance. He believes that if the team doesn't improve quickly, it could be over for this year, which could lead to a significant turning point in Red Bull's dominance. Max Verstappen had a stellar 2023 season with the team, making it hard to imagine him leaving. However, recent events have made the future uncertain, and it's unclear if he will stay with the Milton Keynes-based squad until 2028, as previously planned. Max's long-term vision for his career. Verstappen has always made it clear that his priority is to drive for the team with the fastest car. "I want to drive for the team with the quickest car," he has said on multiple occasions. This ambition seemed easily achievable at Red Bull, but now as their performance falters, he's starting to question his future with the team. However, there's more to his decision than just performance. In an interview with Sky Sports Italy, Verstappen explained, "I have been with this team for a long time. It's logical that you always want to win. Everyone in the paddock wants to win." He went on to add that switching teams isn't something he's interested in doing often. "Over the years, you can easily move from one team to another, but I don't want my F1 career to go like that. I don't want to be part of 4 or 5 teams." Looking ahead, Verstappen has expressed that his next career move will be his final one. "My next step in F1 will be the last," he stated, emphasizing that changing teams frequently doesn't appeal to him at this stage. "It doesn't seem like fun to change teams often, and it's also something I don't want to do." Whether that next step involves staying with Red Bull or extending his contract is something he says will all be a matter of wait and see. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't, regarding his long-term plans. He explained that he isn't thinking much about the future right now. "There are so many things this year that I want to try to understand and do better for the next few years." For now, Max is focusing on improving his performance and learning from this season, leaving the question of what comes next for later. "What happens after that is still far away from me, so at the moment, I am not concerned with that," he added. Though Verstappen is under contract with Red Bull Racing until the end of the 2025 season, it's unclear whether he will stay with the team long-term. Helmut Marko, one of Red Bull's senior figures, understands the uncertainty, saying that there are many factors that Max values to continue in Formula One. Max, a 3-time world champion, has a deal with Red Bull that technically runs until 2028. However, the 2024 season has been tough for Red Bull Racing. While the year began with high hopes, including optimistic remarks from team boss Christian Horner, the team has faced challenges both on and off the track. Red Bull's struggles in 2024, Red Bull's struggles started with the departure of key senior executives, including technical genius Adrian Newey. On the track, Verstappen hasn't won a race since the Spanish Grand Prix in 2024 and has been chasing Lando Norris in the Drivers' Championship. Marko acknowledged the situation, saying, "It's clear if we don't offer Max a car with which he can win in the long term, he will definitely see his future where he gets the best package." Helmut Marko further said, "After all top drivers have performance clauses in their contracts." Verstappen has never ruled out the idea of retiring early from Formula One. His recent dissatisfaction with the FIA, after being punished with community service for cursing during a press conference, adds to his growing discontent. As Marko explained, Max is not like Alonso or Hamilton, who will drive as long as they are physically able to compete. For Max, winning is important, but it's not his top priority. The 81-year-old Austrian clarified, "Whether he has 4, 5 or 6 world championships, that is not his priority. He wants to enjoy himself, be enthusiastic about his sport, and have an environment where he feels comfortable." These sentiments have been echoed by Verstappen himself. It's clear that Max seeks more than just victories. He wants a balance of passion and satisfaction in what he does. Red Bull Racing faces a real challenge if they want to keep Verstappen on the team. The most critical change they need to make is to the car. It must be the fastest on the grid once again, or the risk of losing Verstappen becomes a serious threat. The upgrades, specifically to the floor of the RB20, which Red Bull is introducing for the United States Grand Prix, must succeed for Verstappen to have any hope of winning the 2024 world title, let alone future championships. And for Red Bull to remain in contention for the Constructors' Championship, they must push their development to the limit. As Helmut Marko emphasized, there are no other options. The upgrades they've planned for the United States Grand Prix must deliver results. However, the question remains, will these upgrades be enough? While every team is working hard to improve, Red Bull faces a unique challenge. Almost every team, including McLaren and Ferrari, is planning significant upgrades for the upcoming race in Austin. McLaren in particular has been dominant, with drivers Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri consistently performing well. Even though Red Bull has been rolling out enhancements, Marko acknowledged, "The issue is whether our advances are sufficient to avoid widening the gap, let alone catching up to McLaren and Ferrari." Red Bull Racing cannot afford to be left behind. However, they are fighting an uphill battle, especially with the limited wind tunnel and computer simulation time they have as reigning champions. While McLaren has more time to refine its car, Red Bull's success in 2023 has become somewhat of a burden for them. Disadvantages of Red Bull. Red Bull's out-of-date wind tunnel is another significant disadvantage. The team must wait until mid-2026 for a new, more effective wind tunnel. Meanwhile, McLaren, with its cutting-edge facility, has been steadily rising to the top of the grid. "It's no surprise," Marko commented, "that McLaren's resurgence began almost simultaneously with their wind tunnel becoming operational. The difference between the two teams is stark. Another issue Red Bull faces is the mismatch between their simulator data and on-track performance." Marko explained, "What we see in Milton Keynes in the simulator doesn't always match what happens on track." This was evident during the Hungarian Grand Prix when Red Bull introduced significant upgrades that worked on paper but didn't deliver the desired results on the track. All eyes are now on Red Bull's upcoming upgrades for the US Grand Prix at Austin. If the improvements work, Red Bull might still have a shot at reclaiming the Drivers' Championship with Max Verstappen and closing the gap in the Constructors' standings. Marko hinted, "If we can be competitive again, there's still a chance." However, the stakes are high. If the upgrades fail to deliver, Red Bull could face massive changes in the coming years. Verstappen himself may begin to seriously consider moving to another team, one that has its car in better shape. Max will always want to be with the team that gives him the best chance to win, Marko admitted. If Red Bull cannot provide that, Verstappen's future with the squad could be in jeopardy. Red Bull Racing is at a critical juncture. The US Grand Prix could make or break their 2024 season. If they succeed, the team might regain its footing. But if the upgrades fall short, Red Bull will have to brace for some significant changes, both within the team and possibly in terms of their star driver, Max Verstappen, looking for new opportunities. So what do you think of the Verstappen exiting Red Bull? Share your views below and subscribe for more such videos.